to it, the more the price actually gets reduced. So this is a factor that we must look at. But I must also say this: the Porthacourt refinery. Remember, PMS is like the highest stage of production.
Yes.
So another challenge we're having is that, recall that even Porthacourt may need some products, APK, other byproducts that they will blend together to give them petroleum.
Yes.
So I think maybe LME, petrochemical, all those ones around can now bring in those things for them to blend.
So it's more of a combined effort.
Right, and the Dangote is talking about 200 truck per day. I mean, sorry, Porthacourt refinery 200 truck. He did not say 200 truck of PMS.
Just 200
trucks. So
I mean,
and other products,
PMS could just make about 100 of the entire figure.
Entire figure. So it's not enough that will bring competition to Dangote, but it's enough in terms of supply. Because when we have more supply,
yes,
it's all another one. Because once we can solve the supply side, it's quite funny that Nigeria, who has new petroleum product and what have you, we still see people queue to actually buy it, which is not good enough. So we must have enough supply. By the time you have enough supply, it will gradually affect the price of the commodity. Recall Dangote said during that period that he has about 500 500 million liters in his tank that people need to take. So such thing will actually bring price down.
Well, let's also digress a little bit, but still staying with the oil and gas industry. Recently, the NNPC Limited also gave Nigerians another good news, talking about the new oil field in I think it's called the Apate oil field or something like that. With that oil field now being active, and they promising that it's already at about 40,000 barrels of crude per day, with a projection of it going up to 60,000 barrels per day. How much of an effect will this have in our oil production in the country? I mean, I know majority of that crude will be used for export, but then still, with Dangote refinery in the picture, with the Porthacourt refinery in the picture, how much of that crude will be channeled towards our own local refining to ensure that that fuel self-sufficiency is actualized?
Well, from the record, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that we need about 402 million crude oil barrels to actually satisfy domestic use.
Are you talking about monthly, annually, quarterly?
I can't really specify that.
Okay.
But if you look at that, Dangote is there, Porthacourt refinery, and you have not mentioned modular refinery. We have a lot of modular refinery too, that if they even work on them more, they can serve local governments. If the local government has modular refinery, it can serve that
just
community.
That
2, 3, 4, 5 local government around will also benefit. So this is another one we must actually, I think it's a good one, and that would have jacked up the proposed liters of crude oil that government projected in the budget.
Yes.
Remember that they say we are doing 1.8 million barrels now, and we're looking at, is it 2.2 or thereabout that they are projecting. I think that one is another thing, and I'm happy that if you look at this, will I call it vandalization level at the south,
it has stemmed down.
And that's the result we actually see. I think it's a good one. If they can wrap up all these things, it will give us a better way. So they can actually satisfy domestic usage, because no matter what, you have to satisfy them in terms of, because Dangote said they cannot supply enough for him. That is going to go out from news. He has ordered for another one from America, which is not good news for him. Maybe over time. You know why? The beauty of it is that marine cost.
Yeah.
If you can kill marine cost, would have helped Nigeria a lot in terms of forex, because you have to spend money, dollars, to actually import this crude oil. You have to bring it through a lot of
clearance and
that would have reduces, and it would have helped us in terms of forex. So our supply side will be better in terms of forex. We won't have to demand more, as it were.
Well, talking about forex, again, another issue that Nigerians continue to grapple with is the ever growing price of dollar to the naira. Right now, today in the black market is pegged at almost 1,750 naira thereabouts. Now, depending on the day, I think during the weekday it goes higher. On the weekends, it sort of drops. If we continue to do this, I know that in purchasing petroleum products from outside the country, we certainly need dollar. Within the country, with the move made by the president to ensure that Dangote refinery and other stakeholders within the oil and gas sector get crude in naira, will sort of stem down the effects for us. But in purchasing from outside of Nigeria, which you have advocated that in the meantime it's important to do that, but going forward we should find a way to completely eradicate that. How do we ensure that our naira, which is already at a very weak point, sort of complements the high rate of dollar?
Right, until we solve the structural issue